Friends, Romans, countrymen, welcome to the Isle of Fox and my first live virtual open house, I guess you'd call it, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're actually here on Fox Island. The address is 380 7th Avenue on Fox Island here. This is one of my new listings, and I wanted to take this opportunity to do kind of a virtual open house walkthrough. Hopefully I can get all of this done in about 15 minutes or less. It's about 5,000 square feet, so there's a lot of house to see. It's on 3 levels, so you may hear me huffing and puffing as I'm running up and down the stairs. But anyway, here we go. So over my shoulder, you'll see the house. It is 4,600 square feet. It was built in the mid-1980s. It's what we would call a Northwest Contemporary. It's been really well maintained and taken care of over the years. It's got a newer 50-year presidential comp roof on it. It was repainted last summer. The house actually has vertical cedar siding on it, which is just like new still. There is a 2-car attached garage on the house, and then over here there's a 2-car detached. This detached garage is almost 4 cars deep, and the ceilings are super high in there. I think if somebody wanted to, they could actually take the back wall out of that, put glass garage doors up, and you could make that some sort of a really neat gathering spot or a party room or kind of a flex garage slash whatever you want. It's freezing cold out, so let's start walking into the house. We'll stop real quick and look at the side yard. There's the house is built right on feet of no bank waterfront here. It's got a concrete bulkhead that runs the whole length of the property. As you can see on the left side here between the house and the detached garage, there's a nice little side yard greenhouse area, the side door to the detached garage. There's actually a good sized lawn here, and then if you look down below, it's kind of terraced, and there's another lawn down below here, right on literally on the bulkhead of the house. Let's go ahead and walk back towards the front door now. Like I said, it's freezing cold here, and it's really windy today, so I don't know what the wind chill is, but it's got to be below freezing. There's 2 doors on the front of the house, kind of a side door here, and then the main door is the front door of the house over here. Step. Alright, come on in. This is so much better inside here. Alright, it's nice and warm, so I'm going to take off my coat. I'm going to do my Mr. Rogers impression. I actually don't have a closet or a cardigan or even a pair of sneakers to put on, so I'm just going to throw my jacket on the floor. But come on up and let's take a look at the rest of the house. So you walk in, the first thing you do is step down into this great big living room with an absolute wall of windows here. And as you can see, the house faces due west. If you look out here to the right a little bit, that would be north. So north panning to the west. Big, wide, open water views. The Olympic Mountains are out today. I woke up this morning and I thought, what a perfect day to do something like this, because half the time the mountains are hiding and people come to a house like this and they say, are the Olympics really over there? Or how much of them can you really see? So today you have the opportunity to see that it's pretty much the full Olympic mountain range. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the house. So one of the unique features of this house is this massive circular fireplace that runs from the ceiling all the way down through this floor, and then as you'll see downstairs into the basement as well. There are 3 fireplaces on this chimney system. There's one here, there's another one in the kitchen, and then you'll see another one downstairs in the basement that we'll show you in just a few minutes. Let's go take a look at the kitchen. The house is a little bit dated. Obviously it was built in 1985, but I haven't seen a more pristine conditioned property that's 35 years old than this one. You could certainly move in this literally tomorrow and not have to do anything. On the other hand, somebody might say, I want to completely remodel it and I want to put a beautiful chef's kitchen in here. Well, you certainly have the space. All the spaces in this house are large. There's not a lot of walls in the way that would potentially have to be moved. So a kitchen like this, there's space here to pretty much do whatever you want. The whole thing about this property is the setting. It's almost impossible to find a beautiful piece of waterfront without something already on it. So people are either going to have to tear something down or do some sort of a remodel. And in this case, I think the house itself is in really, really good condition. It would just be a matter of coming in here with your designer, your architect, and your builder and making the house yours. But either way, this is the view that you have. Literally, and when you're downstairs, you'll see it even more. It's like you're on a ship. The water is about halfway up the bulkhead today, so it's great timing because the tide is kind of in. And when you walk out on the deck, which we'll do here in just a minute, you'll see how literally, if you wanted to, you could jump off the deck right into the Sound, or maybe just throw a fishing line out there and catch dinner. Come on, let's go outside real quick. I'm not going to stay out here very long because it's freezing cold and I left my jacket by the door. As I mentioned, there's 180 feet of bulkheaded waterfront here. The bulkhead is about 5 feet tall. It actually has a 4-foot thick footing at the base and then a 2-foot thick concrete wall that runs the entire length of the property here all the way down to the far end. One of the really neat features about the setting of this property is you've got this really cool little bay off to the left. A lot of people like the idea of you've got this kind of peaceful little setting, but they might not necessarily want to live on a little bay like that. So you have the best of both worlds because you've got this little bay and then this big, huge open water view, sunsets every time there is one. Obviously, in the winter when we have storms, you're not going to see as many sunsets, but the sun sets directly straight out in front of you, right over the top of those Olympic mountains, and they're just absolutely mesmerizing, especially today with all the snow on them. Let's go back inside. I'm freezing. The next thing I want to show you is the rest of the main floor. The front of the house, this is the entryway, obviously. There's kind of a little alcove area here. This could be used as a dining nook or maybe a reading area with some couches and chairs, something like that. The hallways in the house are all super wide, 4.5 feet probably. There's storage everywhere throughout this house. Down towards the end of the hall, this is the door to the attached garage, and then powder bath here for guests. Then directly across the hall is the main floor master. A lot of people like the idea, especially of aging in place. They want to know, can I have all my living on one floor? And with this house, you absolutely could do that. You wouldn't need to go down or up at some point if you didn't want to. You could use this as a guest room, make your master upstairs. Either way, there is a master on the main. There's an exterior door here that takes you out to the hot tub and the outside deck, which also is really convenient. And then one of the neatest features about this main floor master, not necessarily that it's dated, but this is probably the best seat in the house right here. I could sit, and if you turn around and look, the view is absolutely incredible. Imagine this being where you sat in the morning sometimes. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the house now. The next place we're going to go is down to the basement. I'm trying to not have this video go too long, but I want to show you the whole house, and like I said, it's almost 5,000 feet. So the basement consists of 2 large rooms. This space here is about 25 by 40, which is an absolute massive space. This is the bottom end of that giant circular fireplace that we saw upstairs. This area here is plumbed for a kitchen. There's already a sink and a small refrigerator there, but you could easily put another kitchen downstairs here and make this a whole nother living space, maybe for a mother-in-law apartment or something like that, or maybe just throw the kids down here, and then from the upstairs you can just throw some TV dinners down here once in a while. There's another room at the end here. This is kind of a flex room. This could be a kid's bedroom. It's a giant space. It could be an exercise room. There's a lot of room in here where you could put exercise equipment. The family that lived here used this as an office. They had their desks set up right here on the window so that the desk height was literally just below the window. And this is what they sat and looked at while they worked at their desks. Now, if you got kind of tired in the afternoon, like we do sometimes after lunch, kind of feeling like, oh, I'm getting kind of sleepy, you get up, just go right outside the door here, and about 8 feet away, you literally could just jump into the bay. You definitely would wake up at that point in time. It is so cold out here today, but a beautiful day. All right, let's go to the other end of the house. I want to show you the laundry room down here in the basement. The laundry room could easily be moved. If somebody wanted it on the main floor, you could put a stackable washer and dryer upstairs in one of the extra closets. There's a 3/4 bath down here, again with an amazing view. And then if you take a look over this way, this is the laundry room here. All custom cabinetry. They had desks in here. I don't know if they used this for sewing or crafts or whatever. Laundry facilities, and again, an absolutely incredible view looking out at Fox Island Bridge and the Olympic Mountains. Basically western exposure. There's a staircase you can see right here in the bulkhead that about 5 steps down. At low tide, you can go for a little stroll on the beach in the morning or the afternoon, or I guess whenever the tide's low enough to let you down there. All right, we're gonna now climb from the basement all the way up to from here would be the 3rd floor. It's actually the 2nd floor of the house. So when we get up there, if I'm huffing and puffing, you'll have to bear with me. Like I said, the house is about 5,000 square feet, so there's a lot of space here for people to spread out. There's 3 bedrooms up here. These bedrooms are all about 16 by 16, so they're very large spaces. There's a bathroom here at the end of the hallway. This could be obviously a shared bath for kids if the kids were upstairs. The other option is you could take from this first bedroom, again 16 by 16, if you remove the wall here and connected these 2 bedrooms, you could put a bathroom here, master bath, master closet. The rest of this space could all be a giant master bedroom with incredible views looking out. All 3 of these bedrooms are about the same size. 16 by 16, again here. There's a big kind of an alcove here with a skylight. You could put a couple desks here or a couple couches and chairs for a reading area. The 3rd bedroom, which is also 16 by 16. And then down at the end here is this area here, which could be walled in for another bedroom. You could leave it open down to the living room. These folks had a grand piano up here, so this was kind of their music room. But you could do just about anything you want here. This is pretty much the whole house. If anybody has any questions about it, or you want more information, or you want me to take some pictures of a certain part of it and send them to you, just shoot me a message. I really appreciate everybody showing up that's joined me today, and have a great day. Thank you.